Buenos Aires, South America. For the first time in the history of Total Wipeout, 10 celebrities, including an ex-Olympian, a comedian, and kind of an actor, will swap glitz and glamour for foam and mud. 9 celebrities will return with their egos and bodies bruised and battered, but one will be crowned Celebrity Total Wipeout Champion and walk away with £10,000 for charity. Lights, camera, accidents. Let the celebrity games begin. Good evening and welcome to a very special edition of Total Wipeout. Guess where I am? I'll give you some clues. Red wine, tango, Evita, Maradona, the Argentinian national anthem. It's Argentina. I'm here, genuinely, actually looking down on the qualifier at the Total Wipeout course for a very special reason. This is the very first celebrity edition of Total Wipeout. 10 famous-ish faces are about to throw caution and warnings from their GP to the wind for your amusement and entertainment. So, if you want to watch celebrities getting wet and being repeatedly punched in the face, then boy, are you in luck this evening. Here's what awaits. The qualifier. No red carpet, just red balls. The sweeper. No posh canapes, just foam sandwiches. Dizzy dummies. No dizzy heights, just dizzy falls. And finally, the Wipeout Zone, where the winner bags £10,000 for charity. So you'll be wondering, just who are the 10 heroic celebrities with the grit, the determination, and the availability to tackle the Total Wipeout course? Let's find out. First on the celebrity conveyor belt, EastEnders actor Joe Swash. British Olympic legend Fatima Whitbread. Who's next? Ah, yes, Strictly Come Dancing's James Jordan. And that's his wife, Ola Jordan. Saved on hotel room bookings there. Cuddly toy, inevitably. Fame Academy fitness coach Kevin Adams. And loose women presenter Kay Adams. Turns out she and Kevin Adams aren't married. That was an awkward double room. Waterloo Road and Casualty star Luke Bailey there. Comedian Tim Vine. Who's this? Emmerdale actress Adele Silva. And finally, it's TV presenter and vocal coach Cary Grant. Who couldn't fail to be impressed with a stellar lineup like that? That's a rhetorical question, by the way. It's the qualifier first, so these are the challenges facing the 10 celebrities. First, it's our old friend Dodgeball. Then it's the sucker punch. Knocks celebs down, then dishes the dirt. No qualifier would be complete without the big balls. And finally, the leap of faith. But on this celebrity special, the rules are slightly different. All 10 celebrities will also compete on the sweeper, just so we can see them buffed by padded foam as well. So let battle commence. And it's over to my co-host Amanda Byram, who's at the top of the course with our first contestant. And I've never been able to do this. Over to you, Amanda. I'll just stay here.
I'm joined at the top of the qualifier by a woman who's used to hitting the right notes.
So you don't laugh at me, do re.
Harry, never mind hitting the right notes. I want to know how you feel about hitting those big red balls.
Well, it's a funny thing, but right now, I'm telling myself I should be really scared, but I'm not. And that's worrying me that I'm not.
Yeah, that's worrying me too. And so's that. But surely not being worried is the best thing you can possibly be worried about, I think. Showing us her amazing vocal skills, and there goes camera 1. Off she goes! Now, Cary has to do this as quickly as she can. Fastest time on the qualifier will score 10 points. The slowest, a measly 1. Crikey, Cary now breaking not only the sound barrier, but the Total Wipeout screamometer. Even in slow motion, she has the voice of an angel. A very, very gruff angel. So, the first celebrity to attempt the dodgeball log. This is a big that was quite a moment. At least, underwater, no one can hear you scream. Oh no, that's space, isn't it, where they come? Yeah. Oh, nearly past those dodgeballs. Come on, Cary. Oh, it feels so personal, and it is. She's made it. heading to the sucker punch now. Now the sound of a boxing glove choir singing in perfect pneumatic harmony. Oh, oh dear. Oh, Carrie got a pummeling there. At least she didn't damage those vocal cords.
Argentina for this!
Really? I came to Argentina for the duty-free. I got a massive Toblerone. Okay, so the first celebrity to attempt the big balls. Will Carrie succeed where normal people have failed? Soak up the atmosphere. This is a big occasion. This is a big moment. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, come on, don't milk it. I mean, at some point you've got to... There we go. She's going to do it. She's going to do it. Fantastic! There we have it. Proof that celebrities are just as flawed as regular human beings. So on to the final obstacle, the leap of faith. Still smiling, Carrie, a professional to the end. Oh, that's nice. Taking the time for a quick prayer. Maybe she's just knackered. Well, let's see if her prayers will be answered now. The leap of faith. Now. Yeah, now, Carrie. There we go.
Come on now! You can do this.
Yes, you can. So, crack on. At last, here we go! Oh, I feel a bit guilty about rushing her now. But it's all about time. Remember, how the celebrities perform here and in the sweeper will be turned into points, and that will decide who makes it then to the Dizzy Dummies. Carrie finishing in an epic time of 4 minutes and 6 seconds.
Wicked!
How is that for you?
It's just... That's like... You have to do these things in your life just to make you go for it.
You don't have to, but we're glad you did. That was epic. It really was. If they were to make a film of that qualifier, I can't think what they'd call it. Oh, yeah. Next, it's the turn of TV funny man Tim Vine. Now, Tim's used to playing to an audience. It's like Tim's agent might have told him this was Strictly Come Dancing. He'll realise it isn't in a minute when there's no Bruce Forsyth. And his only dance partner is Castro, who has his own unique brand of humour. But...
Hi, Tim.
Hi, I can't wait for this. Just general knowledge questions, yeah?
Do you have any particular strengths, Tim?
Yes, I do. I'm a good listener.
That's not going to help. So off he goes, Tim Vine, the man who once told 499 jokes in an hour. Let's hope he can cross 4 obstacles in the same time, or less. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's don't taunt him. Do not heckle the dodgeballers. They've got a lot of put downs. Round, red, high speed ones. Not witty, but it is effective. Hey, Tim, tough crowd, eh? Oh no.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
Claim it was a gag. I would. Meant that. That was a pratfall. This will give him some great material for his next tour. So a funny thing happened on an Argentinian obstacle course. Well, not funny, really painful. And then he'll come up with a great punchline once the pain's stopped. Right, he's up and about. Now, some new punchlines for Tim. See what I did? Tim has done late night gigs in Edinburgh, so the sucker punch should be second nature, really. This is doing very well. Oh! Some interesting mud patterning on the face for Tim. That's gone down badly with that particular crowd.
Come on, Vine.
Tim really in a bit of mud trouble. Definitely, that facial mud patterning is fascinating. I'm sure he'll be very pleased to see it himself when he's hauled himself out of the pit.
I knew I should have trained.
He's probably wondering why he's doing this. In fact, why is he doing this?
1427, a small peasant soldier from Bulgaria had a dream. He dreamt about a man from Chine bouncing off things in a strange place. I am that man. This is that dream. Come on!
All right, yeah, that would make sense.
It's the bit I've dreamt of. It's the moment. Months of dreaming.
This is it, Tim.
One small step for a man, big one for an idiot.
Here we go. Oh! Yeah, that Bulgarian peasant bloke might be disappointed, but I'm not. What a crowd pleaser! Tim, that was... Oh, look at that. Houston, the comedian has landed. Badly. Good scream work there, that matters. So Tim just has the leap of faith to go now. Well, that and this ladder to get to it.
Where are your balls now?
Wow, those dodgeballers really can throw those things.
Come on, Tim, nearly there.
This will be something special, I know it. Like all the best comedians, he'll have saved his best material for the end and the landing. Oh, told you, what a showman. It's like vintage Buster Keaton, but in colour and with sound. Yeah, it's not like it.
It's great TV, isn't it? Man, age 42, slowly dying. It's the age Elvis died at, you know. Pretty sure he didn't die like this.
And I bet he'll finish off with his catchphrase.
The good news is, it all works still.
That's what we were waiting for. Oh, yeah.
That was absolutely genius.
Did it look funny? Oh, something's come out of it then. I found getting out of the mud. That's the point at which you're ready to have 10 hours sleep. An interview straight after it. Yeah, whose idea was that as well?
Nothing drives a wedge between husband and wife like the Total Wipeout Qualifier. A Strictly Come Dancing duo, Ola and James, are about to find out.
Are you going to beat the missus?
I know she's here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to beat me.
Ola, are you going to show the old man a thing or two?
Oh, I'm going to show him how to do it properly.
So, it's a classic Mr. versus Mrs. battle, but will age and beauty triumph over the old bloke?
I might be in Argentina, but I'm not here to tango. I'm here to kick my husband's back.
Okay, so the Polish butt kicker is off. Will Bouncy Ola be able to quick step her way around the dodgeballers? Once she's out of the water, which she is, will she? Will her dancing help? It may well. No, doesn't really. No. No, not at all. Remember, kids, James is a trained dancer. Don't try this at home. Well, not near my home, anyway. Oh, all that. You wouldn't catch Michael Flatley doing that. Ola, meanwhile, getting hammered by the dodgeballers. Maybe they don't like Strictly Come Dancing, I don't know. Oh! Okay, sinus is clear, and James is ready to go.
I'm here to win Total Wipeout.
Good, let's hope he's a really bad loser. Oh, whoa, that's quite a start. Oh, right in the twirlies, that's gotta hurt. That's gonna... Yes, this guy's not wasting any time, flying across the dodgeball. And, oh, nearly. James hanging on in there with, well, I don't know, is that a dance move? It looks... No, it's not, is it? No.
Come on, Ola!
Bouncy Ola's taking it a little slower by comparison there. She's not actually even walking anymore, just crawling. Back to James.
Come on! Now you've got!
James is shouting at some foam. And he's onto the sucker punch very quickly. Fancy footwork coming in handy there. Keeping balanced. Oh, sort of. Ola, somewhat more careful on the sucker punch now. But, oh, no, still on. No, more careful but equally muddy. Twirly James making pretty good time. Fingers crossed the big balls will slow him down. I mean, obviously I want them all to win, but it's just better when that happens. That was even better than I'd hoped. That was... Ball 1 was good, 2 all right, but it all went wrong on 3. Land on your face, it's a bad sign. She's got poise, grace and flair on the dance floor, so can Bouncy Ola use those skills on the big balls? Oh. Let's creatively call that a yes. She can. I reckon Craig Revel Horwood would have given that at least an 8. James will be faster than Ola unless something goes horribly wrong here. What I'm saying is, there's still time. Oh, no, there isn't. James is the first celebrity to make it onto the leap of faith. 1:28 is a very fast time, and remember, the fastest celebrity gets the most points. Now, can Ola do the same? Come on, Ola, come on! Oh, I think she stopped trying there. Bouncy Ola comes home in a leisurely 3 minutes 17 seconds.
This was the hardest thing I ever had to do.
Yeah, well, she should know. She's danced with DJ Spoonie. Time to get serious. It's a total wipeout first because we have a genuine Olympic legend. She's won gold medals, she's smashed world records, and she's got a handshake that'll make you cry.
I'm on there next.
It's the legendary Fatima Whitbread.
You've been to the Olympics, Fatima, more than once. How does our stadium compare?
Well, it's a mini Olympic course, and I will treat it with great respect.
No, please, it's a privilege to see a legend like you show us how it's done. She's a wobbly start, but I'm sure that's just early nerves. This is a new arena. Good luck, dodgeballers. You won't get near our national treasure. No, that one was a fluke. Don't worry, lightning will not strike twice. Oh, it has. Lightning struck twice. It has. Oh, she's an Olympic athlete, lads. Come on, Fatima, show these dodgeballers what Britain is made of. Come on. That's the way. Unlucky dodgeballers, you won't get out Fatima now. Oh, resorting to dirty tactics now, making a step on a ball. That is low. That was... Oh, look, that's... No. On to the sucker punch now. It is unusual to see Fatima Whitbread without her trusty javelins, but they weren't allowed through airport security, so she threw them just before she took off. Doing well here now. She's looking very strong on the wall. Oh, there's one of her javelins now. Lucky miss. That wasn't... No. OK, but watch and learn. This is how an Olympian deals with the big balls.
Come on, Fatima!
Focus. Olympiad stuff. Oh yeah, probably the wind changed there. Otherwise that would have been the perfect jump. Yeah, you can see clearly the wind changed at the critical moment, and just it's finely tuned at that kind of level. It's just more sensitive, more delicate. One thing we can be sure of is that Fatima is going to swing home in style. Look at the confidence. Olympians don't need run-ups. She's going to walk. This is... I am proud. Oh. I'll give up, she's rubbish. Still making Britain proud after all these minutes, legendary Fatima finishes in a strong time of 2 minutes 42 seconds.
It ain't easy, guys. It ain't easy.
And at least all her javelins have arrived now.
There were men over there throwing little red balls at you, and you've thrown things a lot further than that. How do you rate their throwing skills?
Well, I'm just going to go and teach them how to throw properly.
I wouldn't laugh, Castro. She'll turn you into an Argentinian kebab. So that's 5 celebs, wet, muddy, and bruised. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. James waltzes into the lead with an impressive time of 1 minute 28. Fatima is in second with 2 minutes 42. Come on, Fatima! Ola bounces into third place with 3 minutes 17, while Carrie and funny man Tim both broke the 4-minute barrier the wrong way. Remember, the faster they are, the more points they will earn to take them into the next round. So let's go straight back to the action. Amanda's at the top of the course with our next celebrity, who is that? Oh, Joe Swash. And I know something about Joe. He's been learning Spanish to break the ice with the dodgeballers.
Maradona! Fastidio!
But there's only one language the dodgeballers understand.
Come on!
Yep, Argentinian. Joe now played ducking and diving Mickey on EastEnders. Those dodgeballers look pretty unimpressed. He's getting pummeled, but he's pushing on through. Look, bravery.
Joe Swash, the swashbuckler.
Yeah, Swash by name, swashbuckler by nature. First celebrity to make it across today. I think Castro is a secret EastEnders fan maybe and going easy on him. The sucker punch. He's on. And looking strong and confident. Leaning out well. I think we might have a contender here. Swashbuckling Joe makes ready to walk the plank. Come on, Joe. There you go. Come on, Joe. The big balls. Joe gives himself a clap. Joe, you got something in your eye there. It's probably a speck of mud. Yeah. Okay, that's... Oh, dear. That wasn't really walking the plank at all, was it? It was just bouncing around and falling in the water. Oh, dear. Just a leap of faith left before Swashbuckling Joe can retire to his quarters for a tot of rum and some salted cod, if that's what he wants. Ooh, this is a fast run-up. And a good swing. This looks committed. And an action hero landing. That is a cracking time, 1 minute 56. The second fastest time today, which will, as things stand, score Joe high points.
Joe, the swashbuckler, that was unbelievable.
It's all right. Harder than my fault. I can't really talk properly.
Well, that's a prerequisite for appearing on EastEnders, isn't it? I assume they asked that at the audition. From one soap star to another, it's Adele Silver of Emmerdale fame, and now celebrity Total Wipeout fame.
Now, Adele, I'm a little bit worried about you because you're only a teeny-weeny little unit.
I'm 5'0". I've got absolutely no hope at all. I think I'm the shortest person here.
Now, this is actually more challenging for the dodgeballers than it is for Adele. They've barely got anything to aim at. This is good performance so far, though. She's looking sprightly and nimble. Mind you, scaling those blocks is the equivalent of a normal-sized person shimmying up Ben Nevis. What? She's shorter than me. I'm allowed. A sucker punch now. Don't worry, the high-up ones, Adele, will miss you by a mile. She's taking her time, but she's doing very well, actually. Brilliantly, in fact. Oh, right at the end. If you're Adele's size, that's like being hit by an elephant. Right, to the big balls. And if they look big to you, just imagine how they look to tiny Adele. That's one giant leap, followed by 3 more giant leaps. Okay, big run up for Adele. Spring forward, number 1, number 2. Adele's gone for a cleansing dip. Mind you, she's so light, she can probably pond skate to the leap of faith. On the surface tension. Right. Remember, if this looks a bit intimidating to you, it must be terrifying for tiny Adele. You'll want to mind the gap. And it's quite a gap. Here comes the run-up. Still running up. A lot of running up. Still, it's an awful long way for those little actress legs. And finally, the run-up completed. She jumps. She falls. And that was disappointing. Nevertheless, the pint-sized pocket rocket reaches the finish in a very respectable 2 minutes 47, which, in Adele years, is about 3 days. Next, it's Kevin Adams, celebrity fitness guru. He's not here for the fame or the money. He just wants to motivate Britain to get out there and do stuff. Oh, incidentally, did I mention his Total Wipeout workout DVD will be available soon, priced at £14.99, available from all good retailers.
You're a man with his eye on the prize, I take it?
Yes, my eye's on the prize.
Anything that's going to scare you today?
The water, the mud, and the height, and the cold. Apart from that, I should be okay.
Good luck, Kevin.
Let's dance!
Okay. So Kevin, it turns out, scared of pretty much everything. But will he be scared of the dodgeballers? He doesn't look it so far. I'm making quick work of this. Oh, that's flawless over there. And onto the rolling beam. That's absolutely flawless. Phenomenal. Oh, now it's flawed and wet.
What was that?
Kev already faced 2 of his fears, cold and water. It is mud next.
Come on, Kev.
Will Kev be scared of the sucker punch? Yeah, he will. Clearly he was. You could see it.
And crawl, and 1, and crawl.
Kev about to
and
face
2.
his next challenge. Don't worry about that, Kev. It's just a rope. That's to help you out. Yeah, that's just to get you out. This is the scary bit. Now you can be afraid. Very afraid. They're big, they're red, they're high. and you're almost certainly going to fall off them.
Come on, Kev!
Come on, 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. Business as usual. Kev made it to the third ball. And that actually is the best performance we've seen so far today. And he does look strong. Wet, but strong. Now, he must face his final fear. It's the terrifying leap of faith. But first, something he won't be scared of. A ladder. No, okay. Doesn't like ladders. Well, you know, plenty of people don't. Kev makes it up the ladder to the high platform overlooking the water. For him, this is like aversion therapy. He stares fear in the eye and goes for it. Oh, he really goes straight for it. Okay. Kev, what are you doing? Kev! Oh, he's scared of water, isn't he? Yeah, but he's forgotten he's also scared of rope. This is a nightmare! Yeah, now he's remembered the rope thing. So at last, the ordeal is over for poor Kev. He can relax, chill out and unwind. Or can he? No, because he's still got the sweeper to go.
I ache from head to toe. I can imagine Hammond's voiceover right now.
You can hear it, listen.
Oh, I never have sugar in tea. Right, back to it. Where are we? Who's he? Oh, it's Kevin Adams. Look. What is this with celebrities?
It ain't easy, guys. It ain't easy.
This was the hardest thing I ever had to do.
Yeah, whose idea was that?
What this qualifier needs is a smart approach, a bit of intelligence and sophistication. And here's just the lady. She's a journalist. She's been in Dictionary Corner. She's an all-round boffin. It is Kay Adams.
Listen, Kay, I don't want to run the rest of the contestants down, but I think you're a little bit brainier than the rest of them. Are you sure you've thought this through?
I don't think any brains are going to come into this whatsoever.
Kay is off. Don't worry, Kay. The dodgeballers told me they're big fans of loose women. Although that might be a different show in Argentina that they meant. Yeah, oh, this isn't going well. Come on, Kay. This is... Oh, no! Yeah, but it was never like this on Countdown, was it? No. But at least while she's actually in the water, she'll get a break from those dodgeballs. Oh, come on, guys. That's hardly fair. It's funny, yeah, it is, but hardly fair. Oh. Kay almost passed those dodgeballers, but next it's the obstacle that may well knock some sense out of her. The sucker punch. I reckon Kay will have devised a brainy strategy for this. Oh. Clever. See what you did there? Using her nose to shield her face from the full force of the sucker punch. That is genius!
What would Julie Andrews do now?
Well, that's a slightly odd question, Kay. Here's the answer. Julie Andrews would sack her agent for making her, a 74-year-old musical legend, do a ridiculous obstacle course. Has that helped? No.
These trousers are ruined.
Kay used her formidable intelligence to work out the perfect trajectory to bounce across these balls. She will have done. She'll have worked that out. Yes, she has. No, she hasn't. She must have forgot.
So long, farewell, on this same night.
To lose dignity first, she must have some. Kay lost hers then. Her brain is telling her to abort, but she's pushing on to the final obstacle, the leap of faith. Just imagine all the calculations that must be going on in her head right now. Angle, acceleration, grip, strength, speed, gravity. Oh, maybe with all that lot going on, she forgot to hold on. That's what happened. Kay now calculating the shortest route to the top of the podium. She'd have worked it. She's gone past the steps. She's not really that clever, is she?
Kay, come back.
Oh my God.
And so Kay finishes in a time of 4 minutes and 5, and you don't have to be Kay Adams to figure out that isn't one of today's best times. Our final celebrity of the day is Waterloo Road and casualty actor Luke Bailey. Luke's time spent on casualty should come in useful now. He'll be able to diagnose exactly what damage he's doing to himself on the course.
Guys, get used to seeing the back of my head today, because you're going to be seeing a lot of it.
Fighting talk from Luke.
Get up, Brian!
So Luke is off. That's a cold dip.
Need a hot water bottle for that.
What am I doing?
What are you doing? Good question. It looks like injuring yourself. Yeah, that's my diagnosis. Nurse, we got a scuffed knee. Get me 20 millilitres of pink ointment and a Mr. Bump plaster. The dodgeballers say they'd like to see Luke back in Casualty. Again, I'm not sure they were talking about the programme. Ooh, very real danger of a verruca here. Talcum powder on standby, Luke. On a trolley.
What was I thinking?
Nope, he's through it. But will he avoid injury on the sucker punch? Oh, this is several minor injuries just waiting to happen. Maybe not. He's across. That was fabulous. Can he make the big balls look easy as well? He's not hanging around. He's... Oh, no, he's actually made them look really quite difficult, is what he did there. Major tumble, left untreated. That could lead to a gammy knee or maybe a bit of a twinge in the back when you do that. It could, yeah. How's he still going with all these injuries? He's like the $6 million man. Oh.
And I look like David Hasselhoff.
What? Oh, he's getting delirious now. Okay, the leap of faith. Please, no more minor accidents. The medicine cabinet is bare. I've got no more plasters left. Oh! He makes it. Luke Bailey, the second quickest time today with 1 minute 31.
A lot of excitement here in the studio. I say studio, it's 4 planks on some Argentinian scaffolding and an Argentinian sandman in the corner. Let's have a look at the leaderboard.
Taking the top spot is James, scoring a maximum 10 points. Luke Bailey is second, with Joe in third and Kev in fourth. Fatima is the fastest girl, hardly surprisingly, comes in fifth. Not quite so impressive, in sixth is Adele, followed by Ola. Kay is in eighth. Carrie is next with funny man Tim at the bottom, taking a measly single point into the next round. Remember, there's still time to claw back some dignity on the sweeper. Possibly. Dignity's the wrong word.
Just writing a letter to Heat. Spotted Luke Bailey falling from a great height off giant inflatable balls in Argentina. He looked hot. OK, all 10 celebrities have now tackled the qualifier. It's time for all 10 to tackle the sweeper. Should be fun. If you think being hit in the face by a giant rotating arm is funny, which I do. Let's have a look at what's in store.
As ever, all they have to do is balance on those things and avoid that other thing. All their qualifier positions have been turned into points, and after the sweeper, we'll do the same again. Last man standing gets 10. First of all gets just 1. The top 5 celebrities then go through to the next round. Right, let's get on with the fun. On podiums 1 and 2, stand kings of the qualifier, James.
This is for my mum and dad sitting at home. This is for you.
And Luke Bailey.
Adele, I think your taxi's here, love. Bye.
On podiums 3 and 4, it's Joe Swash.
Hello, Harry. I love you, son. I miss ya. This is for you, boy.
And Kevin Adams.
Daddy's gonna do it for you. You. Woo!
On 5 and 6, it's the legendary Fatima.
This is for my son, Ryan. Go!
And Adele Silva.
Has anyone seen a bus stop?
Yeah, that catchphrase will never catch on. On podiums 7 and 8, Ola Jordan.
James, watch out. I'm still coming for you.
And Kay Adams.
Do me a favour, just put me out of my misery.
Now that is a catchphrase. Finally, it's qualifier slow coaches Carrie Grant.
This isn't funny anymore.
And someone who probably is still funny, Tim Vine.
I'm in last position. I've been written off like a car driven into a wall at 70 miles an hour. Could this be the mother of all comebacks? Answers on a postcard.
Told you.
What's the difference between a celebrity falling off a podium and a normal person falling off a podium? Absolutely nothing. It's the sweeper. Are you all ready? Hey! Celebrities are so high maintenance. 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. James then will be the first to jump. Step. Will anyone fall on the first spin of the sweeper? Oh, Ola's gone. Ola waltzes off her podium. She is the first celebrity to fall and scores just 1 point.
That was pretty scary for me. I could tango all days long, but I couldn't do this.
No, Ola, you couldn't, as it turned out. But everyone else, well, it's a staggering display. They're all staying on. I mean, just like real people showing actual determination. The remaining 9 celebrities, all jumping well. James goes over, Luke, Joe, Kevin, Fatima, come on Fatima, stay up. Adele, Kay, Carrie and Tim are still there. This is real-life determination. I didn't expect to see this. The sweeper arm getting higher with every turn, as it does for normal people. Remember, they need to stay on top of those podiums to get as many points as possible. The next to fall will score just 2 points, whilst the last celeb standing will score a maximum 10. Oh, hang on, what happened there? I think Adele's bottled it, and now Carrie's gone as well. Yeah, Adele thinks about it for a moment, decides she's had enough, and takes a cold bath.
It is so much harder and scarier than it looks, because then podiums wobble as well.
Carrie goes out with an awkward fall. Ow.
It's just horrible. The bar comes towards you and you just think, I'm going to die.
Not a good day for the girls. Neither Adele nor Carrie did very well in the qualifier, so it's not looking good for either of them now. Tim, who was last in the qualifier, is still hanging on in there. Maybe this could be that mother of all comebacks he was talking about. Oh, Kay's opted for Adele's approach. And I think Luke Bailey's gone as well. They're like lemmings up there today.
I don't like it anymore.
No. All of a sudden, Kay's massive brain obviously telling her one thing, this isn't fun anymore, I'm getting off.
I mean, I bottled it, but, you know, your adrenaline is pumping, your heart is coming out of your chest.
And now look at this from Luke.
It's horrible. I got down onto the podium thing, and as the bar
Now I understand why they wear helmets, look. This is going to shake up the leaderboard. Which 5 will make it through to the next round? Tim, stay on there. You need more points. Oh no! Fatima's fallen. Fatima has gone. And Tim as well, finally. Fatima just mistimed her landing.
I'm 6 off the podium, so if my sums are right, then I hope that I should get through on that.
That bar is so high now. I'm not surprised Tim came in proper.
And we've all been having the same sort of thought, which is it's great to be here, but it's also frightening. I imagine it's the same as if someone set fire to you. Exciting, but painful.
Remember, the longer they stay on, the more points they get. Has Tim done enough to stay in the competition?
Fingers crossed.
They are, yeah. It's an injury.
Mate, should we all bail out?
Yeah, man, sit.
It's a good idea, tempting, I'm sure, but Kev asking if the final few want to bail out, but no.
I'm happy to fail.
I don't see anyone else bailing. Oh, that was a fall with star quality. James takes a leap, which means Joe is the last man standing.
Hideous. Hideous. All I could hear in my head was R. Kelly. I believe I can.
Well, considering he was scared of water, that is going to leave Kev traumatised, I would say, for weeks. And then James gets ready for another series of strictly jumping off podiums.
It's scary. When that thing is coming towards you, it's going fast and it's high.
It is, but Joe kept his nerve and is our last celebrity man standing, scoring a maximum 10 points. Well done, Joe.
I'm very proud, because I'm only short, I've got little stumpy legs, you know, so I've got to jump a bit higher than everyone else. So I'm over the moon, I'm chuffed.
So the sweeper has done exactly what it said it would in its poorly translated instruction manual. Swept 10 famous people right off their famous feet. But which famous 5 will go through to the dizzy dummies? Let's look at the leaderboard to find out.
Converting both performances into points gives us the top 5. And right at the top, king of the qualifier, James Jordan. Last man standing, Joe Swash, is through in 2nd place. Kevin has booked his place, he's in 3rd. And despite his lemming impression, Luke is through in 4th. Fatima's sums were right, she scrapes through. Come on, Fatima! These 5 are all gonna miss out. Tim by 1 place. Kay then joins Adele in joint 7th. Ola and Carrie languish at the bottom. It's farewell to all those 5. So it's goodbye to Carrie. Keep laughing, Tim. Keep on dancing, Ola. You'll always be big in our hearts, Adele. And remember, Kay, the pen is mightier than the fall.
So we have our 5 qualifiers for the Dizzy Dummies. One of them will soon be heading home with a cool £10,000 for a charity of their choice. Let's remind ourselves of who they are. I'm still hazy on a couple of them, and how they got here.
First up, it's Strictly's James Jordan. Next, it's EastEnder Joe Swash.
Can't really talk properly.
More bruises than an overripe tomato in a blender, it's Luke Bailey. And fitness guru Kev. DVD now available at a discounted price. The last celebrity is Olympic legend Fatima.
It ain't easy, guys.
The boys don't stand a chance.
It ain't easy.
And so, on to the Dizzy Dummies. Look where I am. I'm going to watch. I'm so going to turn around and watch. Now, celebrities should be good at this, given that it's the only sport for which falling out of nightclubs is training. So let's take a look at exactly what they're up against today.
The ordeal begins with a sickening spin in the Dizzy Dummy. 40 seconds of sheer terror as 5 celebrities all blur into one really famous face. Then they're off for a wet scramble through the stumbling saloon doors, over the rolling logs to the finish line. Last one to finish is a rotten tomato, and even worse is out of the competition. The remaining 4 then strap themselves back into the Dizzy Dummy and do the whole horrible thing again. This time it's the crazy cutouts and the donuts, until just 3 remain to face the Wipeout Zone.
5 dizzy celebrities. Nothing new there then. It's Dizzy Dummies. Are you all ready? 3, 2, 1.
So 5 will shortly become 3. Though I don't mean because of like a terrible accident or anything. It's not that unsafe. Well, unsafe as defined by Argentinian law. We checked. Still spinning, but slowing. The seatbelts are undone. Luke Bailey is making an early break. Back to the Dizzy Dummy again. I'm confused. They don't call it the Dizzy Dummies for nothing, but that is like watching the Chuckle Brothers. It's... James displaying some fancy footwork. Oh, and he's across. That was genuinely superb. Luke, meanwhile, is still back at the start. Now, legendary Fatima makes a run for it. Oh. Can Kevin conquer his fear and make it across? Oh, that was phenomenal. Just like James, Kevin made that look easy, and believe me when I say it isn't. Or don't believe me, there's nothing I can do about it. It isn't. Right, the thespian treading the logs now. And, oh, that's a terrible place to fall. That really is. Now, there he is. I was wondering where Joe had got to. Oh, not quite the panache of James or Kevin, but it's... Oh, no, he's in. He's in too. That's Tickle Kev. Fatima, take 2. I've got a good feeling. I shouldn't say anything. That I spoil it each time. Come on now, Luke. Come on, Luke. Yo!
The last hurdle.
A double footwear malfunction to blame, I think, there. And perhaps too much gravity just there. Joe, looking good now, making a dash. Come on. Oh! Slightly unnecessary swan dive to finish, but he'll join James and Kevin in the next Dizzy Dummies. Just Fatima and Luke are left. Last one across now will be eliminated. Fatima making progress. Oh, no! Yeah, she's down again. The landing looks good, but the legend just topples backwards. All these attempts have got to be taking their toll. They must be tired. Well, Fatima swims back to the start. Luke Bailey has got time to compose himself. And here we go. He's making his dash. Into log 7, and he's done it! He has done it! Luke Bailey's across, leaving legendary Fatima with the wooden spoon.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Fatima. You were so close so many times. What went wrong at the end?
Well, it's just one of those things, isn't it? You give your all and hope that it's good enough, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough.
We've all been rooting for you all day, Fatima. Thank you so much.
So, Fatima Whitbread's Total Wipeout adventure ends there. Proof that Total Wipeout is actually harder than the Olympics. The remaining 4 will be spun again and then tackle the donuts. So, it's over to Amanda.
Thanks, Richard. All right, here we go again. Are you guys all ready? 3, 2, 1.
Luke Bailey, Joe Swash, James Jordan, Kevin Adams. Which one won't be going through to the Wipeout Zone?
Stop it? No.
Wow!
It's the crazy cutouts this time, James. Yeah, that way. There you go. Today, let's go through the square window. Oh, who will make it first onto a donut? It's James. James is the first to make it onto a donut. Joe Swash now has joined him for some friendly wrestling on a giant inflatable donut. Oh, James is on to the second with his face. Seems to be some sort of teamwork going on. This we haven't seen before. Nice to see people making friends on the Total Wipeout course. James onto the third donut now. He's just hanging on. Those things are greased and incredibly slippery. Joe falls and pulls James in. So much for teamwork. Kev, meanwhile, leapfrogs Luke Bailey and makes it onto the second. Can Luke catch up? Oh, yes, but that donut ain't big enough for the both of them. But it is, actually. You could probably fit 2 or 3 others on there as well. Oh! Lovely to see our old friend, the classic faceplant, making a return to this event. Oh, we waited and it was worth it. There it is. Joe now doing his best to throw Kevin off that donut.
He's taking everyone off with him.
Oh, and teammate James not that far behind. Seeing what these celebrities are really made of now, Joe prepares to overtake Kev, but fails. I think Kevin's moved in. If he stays on that donut a little longer, he'll be able to claim squatters' rights for it. It's not actually yours. Luke is now back in the running. Finally, someone makes it to the third donut. Kevin still on 2. And, just joined by Luke Bailey. It is turning into mayhem out there.
Come on, guys!
Right, Kevin, finally ready to pounce, I think. And, oh, it's a disaster. Just gone wrong. Luke, meanwhile, joins James on third. Just one jump to go now, and they'll be into the Wipeout Zone.
How am I going to make that?
Joe has made it onto second, but not very comfortably. In fact, it looks like have the donuts bitten back? They have, and with a shoulder injury for Joe, this round is prematurely over.
You okay?
Beyond the call of duty and proving that celebrities are indeed just flesh and blood after all, Joe's swashbuckling days are over as he is forced to retire with honour, dignity, and a really, really massive Mr. Bump Plaster.
So really bad luck for Joe there. He won't be carrying on. That means Luke, Kevin and James go through to the Wipeout Zone. One of those 3 will be going home with £10,000 for the charity of their choice. Let's see what our 3 brave finalists have to say for themselves.
From the moment we all met at the airport, it's been absolute madness.
Total Wipeout is the most intense and ridiculous and fun experience I've ever had.
When you're sitting at home, it does look so easy. And it's tough, you know, this has been really tough.
James and Kevin do not scare me one bit. These guys are old. They should be scared of me.
James Jordan. He's the man. He's the man with the plan.
It's going to be a piece of cake.
I'm quietly confident, to be fair. I'm there. I'm in the mix.
We'll be in with a chance. A fighting chance.
I will die rather than not finish that course. If I break my legs, I'm going to drag myself around there.
Tonight, from the start, I'm going to be scared. It's just a mass of madness.
Everything scares me a little bit.
And it is scary.
I will not watch this show again with the same eyes.
So it all comes down to this. 3 celebrities, 40,000 gallons of water, a lot of noisy machinery, 4 Argentinian frogmen, but only 1 trophy. Who will be returning to the UK crowned Total Wipeout celebrity champion? Luke will be going first. They've all put in an heroic performance today. Just one more giant effort is needed. It's the Wipeout Zone.
So, it works like this. Killer surf, the toughest obstacle ever. Barrel run. So, okay, this is the toughest obstacle ever. Climbing wall. Actually, that's pretty difficult too. Spinner. I'm going to have to rethink my toughness scale here. Brusher, let's start again. This is the toughest obstacle ever. Launch pads. Actually, they're all really difficult, except for the end where you just need to push a button.
The sun has gone down, the stars are out, but there's no red carpet here on the Celebrity Wipeout Zone, and Luke is first to brave it.
Luke Bailey is about to take on the greatest role of his life. Wipeout Zone Challenger number 1. He's off and he's in. Luke has impressed so far with the second fastest qualifier run of the day, but that's not strictly going to help him here. Onto that greased beam first of all. The barrels head towards Luke like Waterloo Road fans wanting autographs. But Luke jumps over them, and my analogy breaks down at that point. The climbing wall now. Luke carefully steps out onto the narrow ledge, a difficult climb, made more difficult by the cascading water. Looking good. Looking very good. And Luke Bailey is across. Will he become the first celebrity to land on the spinner? He is. Now it's getting off the spinner where so many fail. It costs them a lot of precious time. And that's neat. These guys are really good. I didn't expect this. Just 2 obstacles remain. Brusher first. Oh! It was looking so good to that point. Typical actor, you see, can't resist adding a little bit of drama to the proceedings. Looking so strong until the brusher cost him a lot of time. A climb to the launch pads now. Luke Bailey going for it now. This is still a very good time. If he can hold it together on the launch pads. Yes, he's onto the second launch pad almost straight away. And Luke Bailey comes home in an incredible 1 minute 27 seconds. Well done. Really, bravo, encore. Actually, no encore. No, save yourself. Well, for that incredible performance, Luke deserves an Oscar. Maybe not an Oscar, but at least a TV Quick Award. That said, will it be fast enough to win him the £10,000 for his chosen charity?
Oh, that was amazing. I was looking forward to it. I was nervous. Oh, dear.
I can tell you right now that your time, Luke, tonight was 1 minute 27 seconds.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Very happy with that, yeah. Whew.
Okay, but yours is the time to beat. And next up is Kevin.
Hey.
If Kevin Adams thought the previous rounds were scary, well, he was right, but this one is extra scary.
Come on, Kevin!
Here we go. He's in the air, and that was a Wipeout Zone rarity. Kevin was still in the ring when he landed. The barrel run next. The celebrity fitness instructor heads up the greased beam. Makes that look easy. Now the barrels. He makes those look like a warm-up exercise. Onto the climbing wall. Kevin must be a bit worried about that torrent of water. It makes it so difficult to stay on.
Come on, son, that's it. Speed up now. Look where you're going, that's it.
But again, what is this with celebrities? I thought they'd be just hopeless. All these guys looking really confident. He's crossed the wall. The spinner is next. And he's straight on there. No fear at all for Kevin as he prepares for the dismount. This is the tricky bit. But again, a very solid landing. Almost matching Luke at the moment. This is where Luke got knocked off by the brusher. Will Kevin defeat it? No!
I thought he'd done it!
Few, in fact, have ever managed it, but Kevin came very close to traversing the brusher. Really achingly close there. This is turning into a mirror image of Luke's run so far. Just the launch pads to go between Kevin and the button at the end.
Do a double flip. I can see it in his eyes.
Just the 2 to go. He's on. Oh no! Oh no, he's down. Ooh. And by the looks of things, out as well.
Poor Kev, is he all right?
Is he injured?
Yep, a leg injury finishes it. And that's awful news for Kevin, who got off to a really strong start on the Wipeout Zone. A great landing, great barrel run, and so nearly beat the brusher, but then launched himself into that pylon. Bad luck for poor Kevin there.
So Luke holds the lead. Only one man stands between him and the title. It's James. Let's go down to the course to see who will be crowned the very first Total Wipeout Celebrity Champion.
He was fastest in the qualifier and second in the sweeper, but can James waltz his way to Total Wipeout glory? So this competition just turned into a head-to-head between James and Luke. Not that James knows it yet. He hasn't seen either of the previous 2 runs. All he knows is he's got to go as fast as he can. Up the greased beam, time to pirouette over some barrels. Whoa, I mean, that is genuinely graceful.
Wow.
James's nimble toes useful on the ledge. Also, you need strength for the climbing wall. A lot of strength to hold up against that torrent of water. And again, James just dashing it off. He's made it and is on to the spinner. James is up and focusing on his target. He knows this is critical, this point. Timing it, he makes his leap. Oh, and he slips! But he just manages to stay on. Manages to get a foot on the ladder, and that save may well have bagged his charity £10,000. The brusher next. 2 falls so far today for the brusher, and make that 3.
This is going to be close.
So Luke, Kevin, and now James have all fallen at the brusher. He's still pushing on. James is straight up the ladder to attempt the launch pads. His chances of winning now have got to be all but over. But he's still throwing himself out. Oh no, that's got to hurt! Makes his leap. Oh no, this is... He's got back... Somehow, he's saved that. That is miraculous. One final jump for James. And he's done it! What an incredible recovery from James. That was so nearly over, so many times. A truly amazing effort from James. Those quick feet only let him down once on the brusher. Remember, James doesn't know how the others have done yet, so let's go straight to Amanda to crown our first celebrity champion.
Oh, James, how are you doing?
You know what? I've done the best I could possibly do. Either way, I gave it my best shot, and whoever won is going to go to a good charity.
I gotta tell you, James, you have been so determined. And Luke, you've been talking the talk and walking the walk, and that cockiness has won you the title of Total Wipeout Celebrity Champion!
So, Casualty star Luke Bailey has become our first Total Wipeout Celebrity Champion and earns Deborah, a charity that works with genetic skin disorders, the £10,000 prize.
Congratulations to him. They'll be partying late into the night in Buenos Aires. In fact, there they all go now, convoying their way to the crew bus, ready for the celebrations ahead. And there goes the bus, off into the night. So, from me here in Argentina, 30 feet up in the air, with no discernible means of getting down. I'll see you next time. Right, I just heard a puma. I think I heard a puma.